The trend is your friend until the end when it bends. Marty Zweig. My friends, each and every day we follow these trends and we look for that bend. When do we see it? Well, it's when we have our weekly vertical crossovers and where we see the Heikin-Ashi candlesticks match up with the volume. We've got a great training for you today. There'll be a link in your show notes. It is on mastering Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. And again, happy to share that with you. It's another chapter from the book. I am finishing the last review right now, going in doing my final proofs. I think I'm on chapter 9 now. I did another chapter today. Again, just proofing it, making sure it is perfect before it goes to the printer. And again, I cannot wait to share that with you. Of course, all of our Patreon members will get a free copy. That is the way we do things here. If you want the first copy to come out, then of course, be a Patreon member. We will send you the e-version. We're going to publish it as an e-book. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to run off any actual hard copies of it or not. I really want everyone to have it so you can have it on Google Books, have it on your phone, be able to read it, reference it when you need it, not having to carry around some kind of thick manual. But we'll talk about that, think about it as we move forward. Anyway, we're giving a lot of it to you piecemeal via all of our trainings. How do you get those? Well, you sign up at chartingwealth.com for free. We send out a training every day in the email. That list is never spammed, never shared. Just go to chartingwealth.com, put in your name, email, address. You'll be on the list. Let's jump into these charts. We see another day where everything is up, off from Bitcoin all the way to the S&P 500. Now, how did we end up the week on the S&P? Well, we can see first day of this latest two-day candle, a big green up candle on the two-day. Now, as we look at the weekly, what do we see there? We see a doji. All that down movement has subtracted out. Let's blow that up a little bit. Oops, wrong one, this one. And let's take a look, and you can see a red doji. Look at all of that price movement back and forth between the highest high and the lowest low. That candlestick deteriorated to nothing but a line, which means extreme indecision. We did not get average volume. We're still below that. So what does all this tell us? Well, we had back on the 5th of August, we had that low of lows. Everything just trashed that week. I told you as things started to move over and as we did the beautiful short trade that we successfully jumped into and out of before the market rotated back over. And again, keep telling you, it's an election year. Powers that be don't want to let this market crash. They're doing everything they can to keep that from happening. It doesn't help the party in power get reelected if indeed the market crashes. So as we look at where this top was, we can see it moved back up to it, could not push through it. Last week was a Debbie Downer week with a red spinning top. This week, again, just wouldn't let it go on down. And it tried to move up as the week went along. You can see this happening on Wednesday on the half-day chart in the afternoon, then Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon. You can see where things sort of hit that most recent low on Friday afternoon. And then, the market worked hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday morning, and then popped up Wednesday afternoon to bring it up toward, again, this sort of ceiling that we've seen the market bounce off now 3 weeks, really 4 weeks even here. It got up toward it. And again, just can't push through. Now, who knows what's going to happen next week? I don't know. The market is very iffy. I don't see it taking off. Now, there could be a catalyst that would do that. Remember, we're still in the summertime trading zone. Not a lot of volume typically in the summer. A lot of things can drive prices crazy. As we enter into the fall-winter trading zone and things get more stable, we might get a better run of things. But again, this is an election year, so it's complicated. So what am I doing right now? I'm not doing anything. I'm not betting on a doji for darn sure. with that extreme indecision and look at the volume, nothing is telling me anything right now. If you can read the tea leaves better than me, more power to you. First rule in trading, don't lose money. Second rule in trading, don't lose money. Third rule in trading, make money. Do not let yourself get crushed in your practice trades. Remember, not a stock calling service. We're an education firm. Want you to learn by doing, by practice trading. And right now, I don't know what's happening. Let's move on to the Qs. What do we see going on there? Qs ended the week with not quite a doji, a red spinning top, a little one. The volume almost up to average. You can see where the 2-day popped up. Haven't really been able to find a ceiling. Maybe a ceiling around here where things popped up that week, where we got the topper on the S&P 500. I don't know. But anyway, where we are now is, again, we're going to wait and see how this next week starts to play out. We had, the low of last week was 448.19, low of this week 449.82. So it didn't hit the low of last week this week. So what is going on? I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't read it. And if I can't read it, not going to trade it. And we're going to wait for the market to sort itself out, give us verifiable signals with both price movement and volume. And then and only then will we look to execute a trade. What's up with 20-year bonds? They're up today. They were down yesterday. They'd gone up for many days in a row on the half-day chart and then pulled back yesterday to pop up a little bit today. We might see a little bit of a ceiling here. We thought there might be one here, and then it pushed through that, and we upped it. I don't like just trying to create ceilings, so I don't know. Again, volume this week and last week was decent. It was average, as we saw back on July the 29th, the week beginning that Monday, and August the 5th, rather. And then, of course, it paired off and took it a while to move back up again. So not been comfortable with anything on U.S. government bonds either. Again, it is a summertime trading zone, folks. Don't forget, worst time of the year to trade. Now, we're getting ready to go into the fall, winter. And when we do that, typically, not saying the market's going to go up or down, but typically the runs are better and smoother and easier to see. When the big money goes out of market in the summertime, then, of course, you're much more likely to a lot of fluxes. That adage, sell in May, go away, live to trade another day, that's what that's all about. So that'll be ending soon, and we'll be looking for the market to, again, get some more volume and do more that is recognizable. What about gold? Well, gold has pushed through, again, another possible ceiling there, again, moving up slowly. It's good to see that gold at least has volume this week. We're back to some average volume, which is good as gold ticks up another 1% today. So gold moving in the right direction after that hiatus last week where we had the doji with lots of indecision, not a lot of volume. So again, gold moving in the right direction. You know what we've always done? Well, so many times we've done GDX. How are gold miners looking? And of course, gold miners, they had 3 weeks of up movement, really. 1 week where things sort of took off. The second week beginning the 19th of August where it popped up and then moving, sort of slacking off. Last week was a down move. This week is a green spinning top. Lots of volume, but again, just difficult to call. Again, not volume last week. The last time we had volume was that week beginning the 19th of August, which was an up move. So again, nothing either to read on gold miners. So when you see things across the board hard to read, folks, there's a reason for it. The market's in flux and doesn't know which way it's going to go. Or if it does, it's not telling us. And when it doesn't tell us, we don't do anything. Let's look at HODL Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin started moving up back in the morning on Monday, the 9th of September. Popped up Monday, popped up Tuesday, down Wednesday morning, up Thursday, and then, of course, going up on into Friday. It is up 2.36% for the day, pushed through in the afternoon on Wednesday, and on Thursday morning, that weekly trend line, you can see where the first day of this latest 2-day candle popped through the trend line. But we ended the week with a red doji. Just about average volume there. Let's zoom in on that and see that a little better. Yeah, not average volume. Not average. The last time we had, and we've talked about this multiple times, that we had above average volumes all the way back for that big down week, which still is casting a pall over Bitcoin. One thing I noticed when I was looking at these charts preparing, when you look at where things were, check out as we go back, you can see where Bitcoin went on a build. If you look up at the weekly chart, look up at this candle here as I go back to where things started to build up. You had that week and into the next week things moving up, but it just turned into a green spinning top. Then it turned into a green almost doji, and then things rolled over, went down for a good week. On into this week, things then started turning around and moving up. But again, didn't change Bitcoin's overall downward momentum. So we'll continue to watch, wait and see. I hope when Bitcoin does get its act together and gets ready to move up, it's going to give us a good bottom signal with a great turnaround and volume. Volume paired with Heikin-Ashi candlesticks and the break in a trend line is what we're really looking for. We want a nice red down candle. Then we want a green spinning top, both of those candles with good volume so that we can feel secure that a turnaround is underway. That is where we are, folks. Enjoy the special training from that chapter of the new book that we've sent out to you. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.